Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha. Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, chapter 110. Vasishta requests Rama to be king. Summary. Vasishta gives details of the creation of the world to Sri Rama. He says that Brahma, in the form of a boar, caused the earth to rise from water, and from Brahma is created the entire world. He recites the genealogy of Rama's line. He informs that Aja and Suvrata were the two sons of Naabhaaga, and it was Aja who begot the virtuous King Dasaratha, Rama's father. Vasishta also informs Rama that in the whole of Ikshvaku race, only the eldest son become the king. He requests Sri Rama not to violate this tradition and take over the reins of Ayodhya. Chapter 110 in detail. Recognizing that Rama has become angry, Vasishta spoke as follows. Even Jabali is aware of the going and coming of this world. He spoke in this manner on account of his desire that you should return. O Lord of the people, learn from me of the creation of the world. All was water only in the beginning, from which elements the earth was formed. After that, the self-existent Brahma with all the gods came into existence. Thereafter, that Brahma, assuming the form of a boar, caused the earth to rise from water, and with his sons of pure soul created the entire world. The eternal, changeless, and imperishable Brahma was begotten from ether, and from his was born Marichi. Marichi's son was Kashyapa. From Kashyapa, Vivaswan, sun god, was born. Manu was the son of Vivaswan. Manu, for his part, was formerly the lord of creation. Ikshvaku was Manu's son. The entire fertile earth was given by Manu to Ikshvaku, and known that Ikshvaku was thus the first king of Ayodhya. Ikshvaku's son was known as Kukshi, the illustrious king. Then Kukshi's son was the valiant Vikukshi. To Vikukshi was born the most splendid and powerful son Bana. To Bana was born Ananya, the mighty armed and the most illustrious son. While the king Ananya, the most excellent among beings, was reigning, there was neither dearth of rain nor a drought, nor one was a thief. From Ananya was born the mighty armed king Prithu. From Prithu was born the emperor Trishanku. That valiant man ascended to heaven along with his mortal body because of his true eloquence. To Trishanku was born a son, the highly illustrious Dundumara. From Dundumara was born the hero Yuvanashva. The illustrious Mandhata was born as a son to Yuvanashva. To Mandhata was born the hero Susandhi. There were two sons, Dhruvasandhi and Prasenjit to Sushandi. From Dhruvasandhi was born the illustrious Bharata, the annihilator of enemies. From the mighty armed Bharata was born a son named Vasishta, from whom his royal adversaries Haihayas, Talajanyas, and valiant Sashibindavas became the enemies. Having drawn out his battle array against all those kings in a combat, the king Vasishta was driven away. Vasishta then became a devoted sage, taking asylum in an excellent and charming mountain. Vasishta's true wife became pregnant. It is heard that one of his wives gave poison to the other co-wife in order to destroy her fetus. A sage called Chaivana, belonging to Bhrigu race, was staying in a Himalayan mountain. Kalindi, Vasishta's wife, approached the sage and offered her salutations. That Brahmana spoke the following words to her, who wanted to obtain a boon for the birth of a son. O queen, a high-souled son who will be world famous, righteous of good conduct, a follower and perpetuator of the race, and an annihilator of enemies will be born to you. The delighted queen, Kalindi, circumambulated that sage, took permission from him to leave, and thereon, reaching home, had delivered a son, having eyes resembling lotus leaves, and having a radiance like that of Brahma, the Lord of creation. Poison was given earlier by her co-wife with an intention to kill her fetus. Born with that poison itself, he became Sagara, a man with poison. It was King Sagara who excavated the ocean, and who, by his sacrifice on the day of the full moon, by his energy, frightened the people here by the speed of his digging. Asamanja was Sagara's son. There was a hearsay that on account of his wicked deeds, Asamanja was banished by his father even during his lifetime. A valiant son called Anshuman was born to Asamanja. Dilipa was Asamanja's son. Bhagiratha was Dilipa's son. Of Bhagiratha was born Kakaushta, from whom the Kakaushtas take their name. To Kakaushtas was born a son called Raghu, from whence springs Raghavas. From Raghu was born a renowned son named Praviridha, known in the world under the name Purushadhaka, Kalmashapada, and Saudasha. Kalmashapada's son was renowned as Shankana, who, even on attaining his father's valor, perished in battle along with his army. The fortunate Sudarshana was a son of Shankana. Sudarshana's son was Agnivarna, and of Agnivarna was born Shiraga. Shiraga begot Maru, and Maru's son was Prashurava. From Prashurava was born Ambarisha of that great radiance. To Ambarisha was born a son named Nahusha, who was full of valor. Nahusha's son was Naabhaaga, of outstanding virtue. Aja and Suvrata were the two sons of Naabhaaga, and it was Aja who begot the virtuous king Dasaratha. You are the eldest son of the Dasaratha, very well known as Rama, the heir who can claim over the inheritance, O king. Hence take over your kingdom and look after your people there. The eldest son only becomes a king in the entire Ikshvaku race. When the eldest son exists, the younger son will not become a king. The eldest son only is anointed to the crown. O, the celebrated one, this is the eternal tradition of your race. Those born in Raghu's dynasty and ought not to be violated by you, rule over the earth, this vast kingdom abundant with precious metals, as did your father. Thus completes 110th chapter of Ayodhya Kanda of the glorious Ramayana of Valmiki, the work of a sage and the oldest epic. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.